Hi everyone, today's video is going to be all about sexual attraction according to science. I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit of a science geek and I like to understand how things work and operate. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you a few fun facts that I have found researching things about sexual attraction. I am Céline Remy, the Intimacy Angel, and I am here to help you bring your sexy back in life. Now, if you've ever been in love, if you've ever been into that state where you can't think straight and all you want to do is dream about that new person you just met, then give this video a thumb up to tell me that you've gone through that stage. And of course, while you're at it, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you can always be notified when there's new videos coming in. So, when we fall in love, what we call falling in love really is something that I call a hormonal shower. What do I mean by that? It's not really when we are fully ourselves. There are things and processes that are happening in the body. So remember, when you meet somebody new and then it's like you have butterflies in your stomach and you don't want to eat, you can't sleep, and yet you still have so much energy. This is because you're not truly yourself and your hormones have taken over your experience. Now, science has an explanation here for us. So according to Helen Fisher at Rutgers, she broke it down into 3 stages, that sexual attraction. Number 1 is the lust. And the lust phase is really driven by our hormones like estrogen and testosterone, so our masculine and feminine hormones. That's what drives this first phase. The second phase is called the attraction. And what happens when the attraction kicks in, you start to have dopamine, norepinephrine, serotonin. All of this is starting to be released by your brain to create this sense of attraction. Then comes the attachment, when you start to really bond with your partner. And those hormones that kick in are the oxytocin and the vasopressin. And what truly is happening in your body, as you can see, is a chemical reaction. Attraction is nothing else than those hormones that are communicating with each other and that are being released in your body, which in turn is making you altered and you can't think straight until you start to being more used to that high level of hormones, and then you stabilize and you can come back into your more quote-unquote normal self. Now, researchers have found too that it's not just about the hormones. Symmetry, the way your face looks, also plays a role in attraction. So people who are more symmetrical have a tendency to be labeled more beautiful because of that. Now, there's other senses that are involved in this experience because remember, we have 5 senses. So the sense of smell plays a really big role in sexual attraction. So unfortunately, when it comes to smell, researchers have found that women who are on birth control pills may choose the wrong mate or be attracted to the wrong person because the pill seems to be messing with her odor preferences, and that a woman may tend to pick a mate that she wouldn't be attracted to. And some women have found themselves in relationships, they were on the pill and then they get off the pill and then all of a sudden they're like, who is this man that I'm not even attracted to him, what's happening? That is real. When you start to mess with your hormones, you mess with your ability to pick the right partner for you. Now, scent also works in attracting potential partners. You release pheromones and they're like messengers that send your information out to people, and people are like, ooh, I love that smell, I'm attracted, or I'm really repulsed. We've all had this experience where the smell was something we loved and we were so attracted, or sometimes it repulsed us and we're like, oh, I don't want to have anything to do with that person. Another element when it comes to sexual attraction is the sound element. And they have found a correlation between women with higher tone voices, like men gravitate towards those women, and men with more deeper, richer voices that women find more sexy. And I don't know about you, but I do know that some voices, especially if it's like a man with a little accent and a deeper tone, like I feel it in my body and it can be very attractive. Now, I know what you're thinking. You might be like, well, this is the voice I've got. I don't know if I can do anything about that. You can teach yourself to lower or to bring your pitch higher if need be. You need to work with a vocal coach, of course, but it is possible to change parts of the range of how you speak and then how people can be attracted by how you modulate your voice. They've even found a study at the James Madison University where they found that the menstrual cycle of a woman affects her vocal cord. And that's totally crazy because it can change her ranges and when she speaks, and it can make her skin and her partner's skins vibrate, like send like electricity. They said that it can boost the electric activity by 20%. I mean, that's crazy stuff, right? So many things come into play when it comes to physical attractions, right? From the hormones, the smell, the sounds, the visual, everything plays a role. But remember, like, these are what drive us, and at the same time, it's still very important to be fully you, to be yourself, but also to trust your intuition, because if sometimes you feel attracted to somebody and you don't know why, just go for it, you know? And sometimes when you're like, this is not the person for me, even though they might fit all the criteria, trust yourself and know that there's so much more at play than just your brain that will make it that you feel more or less attracted to somebody else. So there you have it. This was the truth about sexual attraction according to science. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will be seeing you in the next video. I want to thank Onnit for sponsoring today's video. Now, do you know why you feel hornier in the summer months rather than the winter months? No, it's not because you're showing more skin. Well, it does help. It's because of the vitamin D, because you spend more time outside and in the sun. Now, as many as 75% of people in the US are deficient in vitamin D. And vitamin D is one of these essential vitamins. It's the sexiest vitamin alive. It helps with your sex hormones, with your mood. So one way that I found works really well for me is to take it into a spray form because it's convenient and simple. All I have to do is 5 sprays under my tongue every day, and I've got my daily dose, and it works well. I'm set to go. If you want to boost your vitamin D levels easily and effortlessly, get your Onnit spray. Go to onnit.com and use Love Lab at the checkout to get 10% off your order, or click on the links below in the description. You won't regret it.